For me, the challenge isn't really about shooting a great buck or flexing your muscles, saying how great you are and how you're better than anybody else. And a lot of people kind of want to turn that public land challenge into a wiener measuring contest when it's not. Really, if you saw what happened at the first public land challenge behind the scenes, everybody was open, helping each other, giving each other advice. It was a good time. We all genuinely want everybody to do well. It's not really you know, a secret little, we're going to kill the biggest buck because we're smarter, we're going over here. It's not really like that. It's really a challenge to me personally and to each hunter personally to bring their A game and to go to an area they've never hunted before and figure it out. And I love the challenge. I love what it's about, and I really don't want to see it become a tournament, like a bass tournament. That ain't what deer hunting's about. I had an extensive talk with Joe about strategy, and unfortunately Joe's 2 hours from here. He couldn't join me for the video, but he's pretty much right on the same page as I am about how we should go about this. So my first order of business is, they haven't told me exactly where I'm going to be in Michigan, so I don't know. But I am taking some good guesswork, and I'm thinking I'm going to end up somewhere in the southern portion of Michigan, southern portion of the Lower Peninsula. I think you're going to throw us right into the middle of the hell where nobody kills any big bucks and see how we do. And what more of a challenge, right? But that's a guess. I'm not positive. So, first order of business is what I do when I go on trips, road trips, is I contact the DNR, I contact people I know in the area, I find out where there's properties that hold big bucks, because not every public land holds big bucks. So I do a lot of talking to people, calling biologists, calling the DNR and stuff. The same thing I do on every road trip. This is no different. Same thing people do with me. My phone rings off the hook, and I get emails and texts all the time from people asking, where do I hunt in Wisconsin? Where's the best public lands? No different. So that's my goal, is to find good properties over there and then hope they're within range of wherever the base camp is. So I've been looking into some leads, and I found about 8 or 10 properties that I think might hold good bucks, but I don't know for sure. You know, sometimes what people tell you ain't really reality, even when it comes from a biologist or the DNR. But generally the stats they give you about where the biggest bucks are being taken and the age class of deer coming off certain public lands, usually that's pretty accurate from the DNR or from the biologist. So then once we got a grasp on that, what properties we should look at, when we get there, I want to do some drive-bys. I want to go out and drive around these properties, look at the terrain, look into them, look for wet spots. First I'm going to look at maps, and I'm going to zoom in and find those spots. But they don't always look like they do on a map. So I'm going to drive by and look for pressure points and stuff where people are going in, where they're not, and do a little road scouting at first, and then I want to dive in. But our real goal is to, and Joe stressed this as well, is to really put water between us and people. I think those bucks are surviving in those pressure states like that, just like in the pressure areas of Wisconsin. You got to get into the water. They're in the wet. So I want to find thick, wet areas where you got to go through water to get to the bucks. That's where I think deer can grow to older ages, and that's what I'm going to concentrate on. Now, what size am I going to hold out for? Well, that's dependent on what I'm seeing. From what I'm hearing, a 100-inch buck would be a damn nice buck from Michigan. We'll see. I mean, if I'm seeing sign of something bigger, I'm holding out for something bigger. It's all going to be dependent on what we're seeing and how fast we're getting on sign. We got a week to get it done, and we're going to do our best. But the main part is pre-scouting, trying to find properties in the area, hoping we're in the areas that we look at. We're cyber scouting. Then we're going to go in there with never seeing the properties. We're going to look for those wet areas, and we're going to hunt based on getting across water, little islands in the water, overlooked spots. We're going to try to find spots where we're in between parking lots, away from people, where people are drawn a different way. Just the overlooked stuff, the same stuff I look for on the heavy pressured stuff around Wisconsin. And in southeastern Wisconsin, I hunt a lot of swamps because of that reason. This corner of the state gets a lot of pressure, just like Michigan does. So I think we're going to do well based on, it's the same kind of terrain in most of southern Michigan as it is here. Now if they throw us up in the UP, they're going to catch us off guard, because I'm not really prepared for that, but we'll see. I've already hunted the UP though, and I've done okay up there. So we'll see how it goes. But we're looking forward to it, and no matter what the outcome, we're going to have a good time. And I really hope everybody in the group shoots big bucks, not just me and Joe. It could really be good for people watching, because I think this is a learning experience to sit back, you guys, and watch how we go about start to finish hunting when we're on properties we've never been on before. It should be a good, fun watch, and I'm looking forward to it. See ya in the woods.